All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? I hope that everyone is doing well. This is my peach tree. This is a Hail Haven, and you can see it's cut prune back really hard if you remember the earlier shots of it. And this is also my Belle of Georgia. This tree here is cut into the shape of a V. So is these two trees here. They're cut into V's. The main branches are the shape of a V because I just want to try something different because the trees really are growing peaches, but I want to make certain that I get higher production and also get bigger peaches. So this V will allow me to do that. It's a tip that you might want to try with your trees, but once they really fill out, I think they'll look a lot better. But I want just two main branches, and I want that to be the V. You know, because I did have on the other one, I had 4, maybe 5 main branches, and I was growing branches and not fruit. So I want to see what happens. This one right here had some big branches on it. Now it's cut back. And believe me when I tell you this, when you prune a tree, you're doing one of the best services for the tree that you possibly can. You are absolutely helping that tree to grow healthier and to maintain vigor instead of growing and slowing and stopping and becoming very stagnated. Excuse me. And this one here, it was stagnated. This is the Belle of Georgia, but it wasn't doing very much. Now I'm going to keep an eye on it and see what it does before fall actually really sets in. But I cut them like this near the end because we had a few warm days last week up in the 80s, and so the trees are still responding to that. So if you want a tree to kind of slow down its growth, especially peaches and apples, trees of that nature, you want to prune them in the summer, late summer, kind of get them to slow down a bit. And so this tree here is definitely one that I want to see can I stimulate some growth on because it's my favorite tree. It's a Belle of Georgia. And this one here again, we can see is the Hail Haven. Beautiful tree. It's very productive. You can get it almost anywhere. I was buying my trees from a place called Summerstone Nursery, but I will not buy from them again in the future because of one thing. They sell you the tree at a good price, but I don't know what's going on there. They mix up the trees, is the best way I can put it. You order apple that's a Granny Smith, you may get a Fuji. I ordered a pear from them, which supposed to have been a, what's that pear? It's called a Duchess. When I got it, it was an Asian pear. 3 years, and it turned out to be an Asian pear. So I can't do that anymore. So you won't see any more of their trees on my small orchard, but you will see more trees because I'm adding a couple more surprises, and I'll keep that for next time. And we're going to show you a little bit about shopping and saving money in the stores in the fall, and here it is. Just got back from my favorite store. Folks, get out there and see if you can find some deals, because now it's fall, and in this area, Zone 7A, I found this here. It was like I took as many as I could get in the car. And if they have them up there again, I'll go back up there. But you know, these are seed starter trays. This one here has 18 cells. And they're pretty good size cells, as you can see. They're pretty good size cells. And then you got these here, which exactly are 72 cells. And it's got the lids with them, the bottom tray, and also the area to put the seeds and the medium, the soil. And I got these, and they were 50 cents a piece. So they normally go for, they had the price marked on them, $4.47 each. And these went for a great price of 50 cents each. And I kept saying, get more, see if you can stuff some in the trunk. But I said, no, I don't want them all dented up and damaged. So I just took what I could. But there are plenty more there. So remember that fall is the time you can go up and you can look for trees and shrubs and that that you can work a deal out on. Last year I went out and I purchased some onions, and the onions were beautiful. I purchased garlic. It was really marked down. I think it was like a bag of them or 50 of them for 75 cents, I think it was. And I'm still using that same garlic today because every time, you know how you do garlic, when you put it in the ground, it just keeps regenerating. And I haven't bought any garlic since. So this is just a little tip from the Morning Gardener. Make sure that you get in on some of the fall sales. You may have to come back once or twice. If you don't see the price you like on the item, call the manager over. Don't speak to the floor person, the salesperson. Speak to the manager and ask him what would he do if you took all of, say, all 4 of the blueberry plants. Instead of paying, you know, he might have them $4 a pot. You might get them for $2 each. But talk to the manager, not to the floor person. Thank you very much. This is the Morning Gardener, and just a tip on how to save money in your garden.